This is a stimulus package 3 update, but we're also going to be covering stimulus package 4, which is at this point in time looking inevitable. Just to bring you up to speed, stimulus package 1 had to do with the testing kits. It was a small, they called it phase 1. Phase 2, or stimulus package 2, had to deal with more testing kits and also workers' benefits, which included sick leave, family leave, Medicaid, expanded unemployment. Stimulus package 3, which we're most familiar with, this had to do with the IRS economic stimulus checks, the stimulus check money that's going out right now. It had to do with the forgivable loans, the PPP loans, the Paycheck Protection loans, the EIDL loans, the EDL loans, economic injury disaster loans. Stimulus package 4. So currently what's going on, what's developing is that in the Senate, the Republicans, they tried to get an additional $250 billion for the Paycheck Protection Program. The Paycheck Protection Program is the forgivable loan in stimulus package 3, which is helping small businesses. The Republicans tried to get $250 billion more for this program. The Democrats said, only if you give more funding to the hospitals, essential workers, and food assistance programs. What happened is, to summarize, the Republicans wanted money to help small businesses. The Democrats said no. The Democrats wanted money to help hospitals, essential workers, and for food assistance programs. And the Republicans said no. This is silly because I know that Democrats support small businesses, and I know that Republicans support hospitals, essential workers, and food programs. Therefore, this is just political bickering. I hope they get their stuff together and they just decide to help the American people in an expedited manner, because people need relief, people need the money, and we don't want to see the political bickering just drag this out and not get the money to the people. The House of Representatives will not return to Washington until at least May 4th. They may come back sooner if emergency legislation is necessary. Another thing that's slated in stimulus package 4, this is a proposal by the Democrats. They want the essential workers to get up to $25,000 in hazard pay. They're calling this the Heroes Fund. This will include doctors, nurses, medical workers, grocery store clerks, truck drivers, transit workers, janitors, and other essential workers. What's going to happen, or what they're proposing, is that these essential workers would be given a raise of $13 an hour, and the government would give the employers the money to fund this. They're also having talks about having this potentially retroactive. So this is compensation or bonus compensation for work that's already been done, going back as early as March or April. In my opinion, this would be nice. However, again, this is potentially in stimulus package 4. If they were going to do this, the Heroes Fund, in my opinion, we're only going to see a watered down version of this, because the only reason why they would do this is if through the free markets they're having difficulty finding people to do these jobs. If there is no difficulty finding people to do these jobs, these essential workers to do these essential jobs, then there's really no point in having this program when this money, these funds, could be allocated to something more pressing. That's just my opinion. Regarding the stimulus check, we're going back to stimulus package 3. Regarding the stimulus check, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin said yesterday, on Monday, that the Treasury is ahead of schedule and that more than 80 million people will receive their stimulus check money by Wednesday. If you haven't received yours, the Where's My Stimulus Check tool will be on the IRS website and available for you to use later this week. And just so you know, the IRS, they're going to mail you a letter about the IRS economic stimulus check to your last known address That's going to happen about 15 days after the payment has been issued to you. So if you get a letter in the mail from the IRS, it's legitimate. However, if it doesn't look legitimate, it might be a scammer or someone trying to scam you. So please be careful for that. However, for the majority of you, if you receive an IRS letter, don't freak out. It's standard. It's a standard issue letter. So please expect that 15 days after payment is issued. Regarding the EDL loan, the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, if you saw my video last night, you would know that they changed the rules and they're only giving the forgivable advance of $1,000 per employee. This is not how it was originally drafted. However, I personally received the email directly from the SBA, as many of you also have. The maximum advance, the forgivable amounts, which is the grant, is still capped at $10,000, the EDL grant amounts. Regarding the PPP, the Paycheck Protection Program, the PPP money is flowing. However, it's going at a slow rate. And as I said, and as I mentioned, regarding Stimulus Package 4, the money is going to run out. It's just a matter of time. The money's going to run out, which is why Congress is going to try to raise an additional $250 billion to help the small businesses. The money's going to run out. I think many of you have already seen that Wells Fargo is saying that they're capped. They've reached their limits. They can no longer provide assistance to people who are applying for the PPP loan. I already have clients that bank at Chase. They're seeing the same thing. This is a notification that one of my clients received from Chase. Unfortunately, we aren't currently able to process the business's application for this product through Chase. The business may be able to apply through another financial institution. That sucks. Please keep in mind that our Chase customer service team will be unable to answer any questions about the loan. Visit Chase Business Online for the latest information on the Paycheck Protection Program loan. Wonderful. So it looks like due to severe backlog or a shortage of funds hitting the ceiling, it looks like they can no longer take applications. To the rest of you that have seen my video about receiving the stimulus check money and doing a little bit of an act of kindness, just please keep in mind that if you give money to a charity, everyone can claim charitable donation deductions. This is a stimulus package rule change for 2020. When you complete your 2020 taxes in 2021, you can deduct charitable donations even if you are not itemizing your deduction. So even if you're taking the standard deduction, you can still deduct charitable donations up to $300. So please keep your receipts. And that's the current update and status report that I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please look forward to our next video. Thanks so much. Please stay healthy and safe.